Hi everyone, I'm Leslie and welcome to our podcast. Today we have a very special guest with us today, Mr. Mansoor Shafique, the CEO of Medic Galleria International. Assalamu alaikum sir, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So tell us Mansoor Saab, the viewers would love to know, when did you get this vision?
Obviously, we started in Pakistan in 2015. We started with our accountancy back office, and we needed space for that, and we ended up building our first project, which was being supervised by my dad. Unfortunately, I lost my dad during that process while we were making it, but I wanted to continue with the team, so we continued. We did few projects before this, and now we're here with MGi. All the projects I did before, there was some sort of things I wanted to do. There was some shortfall I thought I could do better, but this project where I think I'm doing everything I wanted to do.
So what is your professional background exactly?
Obviously, by profession, I'm a chartered accountant. I'm based in London. Our firm is called Medic Accountants. So that's what I do. We went into, I'm in properties since I would say 2006. Predominantly, I was doing property work in, the investments in UK. In Pakistan, we started our property sector work, I would say around 2018, 2019. We did a project in Range Road. We did a project in Gulzar-e-Khaid. We did a few projects in Barrier. And now, obviously, our main focus is MGi Paradise at the moment.
Right. And what made you take the leap from accountancy to real estate?
I haven't switched actually. It is quite creative work, and I think that's what we've been doing. Our accountancy work has quite a lot of room of creativity and attention to detail. And when I kind of started with the building sector, it really fascinated me. Obviously, it's amazing piece of work.
All right. And what do you think is MGI's core vision?
MGi basic vision is to serve Pakistan. We want to serve Pakistan, obviously by building beautiful buildings. That's very obvious vision, but obviously the vision behind that is, I'll tell you what we're doing in this. Obviously, when we started with MGi Paradise, that was not good time for construction industry, right? So we thought it will help construction industry, people who are suffering in this time. It will generate employment in construction industry.
Yeah.
So that was sort of very basic thing. But then obviously, when we looked at other property projects, we thought, majority of time of when we compare similar sort of projects, normally you would see that somebody has built a commercial area and somebody has built a flats on top, right, or hotel apartments. There is no room for facilitation for residents. So we came up with the idea, on one floor we will have a swimming pool, which is indoor swimming pool, spa, gym. I'm quite passionate about cricket.
Right.
So we're trying to bring something for youngsters as well. So we are trying to bring a cricket academy for professionals in these premises, which will train professionals. It has got bowling area for the kids as well. It has got some soft play area for the kids as well. Now, the other thing which is more closer to my heart is obviously we have one floor dedicated for offices, in which we have got spaces for doctors, dentists, lawyers. But there's a dedicated area where we'll have incubators, because you may have seen that majority of time, we get quite a lot of graduates who lack a little bit of skills, in order to compete in the international market. So we want to train them to become entrepreneurs and have a consistent source of income, through quite a lot of online platforms.
And I'm interested to know the story behind the name Medic.
So obviously our firm is called Medic Accountants. That was our start. And from there, whatever we did, obviously in UK especially, we kind of linked Medic with that. So when we went in payroll, obviously it became Medic Payroll. When we went in finance and mortgages, it became Medic Finance. Just to give you background of Medic Accountant is one of the top 50 firms in UK who is providing services to doctors, dentists, consultants, hospitals. And we're one of the leading payroll provider, I would say, if not top three. We are one of the top three payroll providers in UK medical sector.
Right. And in your opinion, what do you think makes MGi different, or what do you think it makes them stand out from any other real estate project?
So obviously, I conceived this project very earlier when obviously my son was used to come here from UK. He was used to ask me where we're going. I was like, okay, going holidays in Pakistan. And he's like, okay, do you have swimming pool there? I was like, no, beta, Dadaji ka ghar hai. And we're just going to see him. So that kind of always, I had always something in back of my mind that, the youth of, for West, or, people who come from foreign countries, there's a need for us to connect that youth with Pakistan. So I mean, obviously they used to of certain things when they go on holidays. They used to of having a swimming pool or a gym or some sort of activities, nice restaurants when they go on holidays, and that's what they associate holidays with. But when they come to Pakistan, they think that Pakistan is a very backward country, unfortunately. And I wanted to change that perception.
Also, how do you think MGi will incorporate the latest technology, in this project?
So obviously, we have done quite a lot of research in that. So we're trying to bring in smart housing concept in Pakistan. So obviously, and also what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring green houses concept in Pakistan as well. So the research we have done is on quite a lot of products where the tiles or the glass that can produce electricity. So we want to be carbon neutral as much as we can, and also the having smart ideas in terms of building where you can remotely control your electricity or usage, which we have in West. We're trying to bring that concept in Pakistan as well.
Right. Okay, so for overseas Pakistanis, do you think that this project will be beneficial or rather profitable for them?
So I have been asked this question quite a few times in UK as well. Whether you look at Pakistan or whether you look at abroad, the living standard we're giving in this project, everybody deserves that, whether they're living in Pakistan or overseas. And there's a need for that, right? Now, whether or not it's profitable for them, yes, it is, because Pakistan construction industry is going through bad phase at the moment. And it has just started reviving. So if you were to look at the indicators where interest rate was used to be 22, 23% last year, or I would say a few months ago, now it has came to 11%. And potentially is going to go to 7%. That's what government of Pakistan is aiming for, or the state bank is aiming for. And recently, Prime Minister of Pakistan, he has introduced quite a lot of incentives for property investors as well. So that is going to bring boom in Pakistan real estate industry. And hopefully, this 2025 is year of real estate, where these things will revive. What we have done is we have been a step ahead, and what we have done is in Pakistan we are trying to introduce self-implicated escrow system for the first time, right? So we're trying to ensure that whatever is being invested in our project MGi Paradise is secure. And when you look at escrow system, obviously it's not being implemented on the government level, I would say, even though we have legislation for that. But we have invested quite a lot in the project where we don't have any outstanding dues on our plots. We have already started the construction work, and we didn't sell anything before we started the construction work. So obviously there was a security behind that this project is secure, and and obviously when we talk about the returns, as soon as the market starts moving, then the rates are going to increase, right? So it's best time for investors to come and invest in the property sector.
So apart from this project, what do you think was the reason behind your success? And mashallah, you have been very, really successful.
Normally I would say that is my parents' blessings.
Hmm.
And then obviously nothing can happen without blessing of Allah. But obviously you have to put your hard work in as well. You have to graft. I think one thing there's no shortcuts to success. You have to work hard. You have to be honest, and you have to be consistent.
Right. And after being in business for so many years, what's the one lesson that you have learned?
Business, I think, is very straightforward. You have to be honest. You have to be dedicated. You have to believe in yourself, what you're doing. You have to be honest. And if you think that there's a shortcut to success, there's that does not exist.
After the resounding success of MGi in Pakistan, do you have any future plans to launch MGi, let's say, abroad?
Yes, we do actually, because that's why we call when we did it, we said Medic Galleria International. We have already established our bases in Dubai as well. In future, we'll be bringing projects in Dubai, and also the initial plan was to, when we started Medic Galleria International, was to take it to other countries. And one of the major thing was to work on trust deficit for international investors. So look, I mean, obviously we have got quite a lot of people living in West, UAE, Middle East. They want to come and have a place which they can call as home. Everybody needs that. Now, unfortunately, quite a lot of projects, they have been short in delivering those projects, or they sometimes they get bitten by other people in this process. So not only we have worked on this trust deficit where we are in this field, we're also trying to create a bridge between non-UK Pakistani residents, whether they're living in London, whether they're living in US, whether they're living in Canada, or whether or not they're living in Middle East. So they can trust a builder. And I mean, obviously we have got offices in UK as well, as you know. People can come and see us there. Obviously we plan to expand that to other developers as well. Okay, we can trust, and we want to facilitate non-resident Pakistanis to come and invest in Pakistan.
Right. So just like MGi Paradise, do you have any other projects in mind?
Inshallah, I would say this is our proper start in Pakistan. I mean, the previous projects we did, they were slightly smaller. But now, obviously, I think we have the team, we have the ability, and inshallah, God willing, we will be doing more projects in Pakistan. I mean, obviously, this is just the start.
What are your views about or key factors, in building a really strong team and to having a strong team?
Good team is, where you share same values, trust, and obviously you can communicate, and you can discuss, and you can deliver.
All right. And what would be your advice for the youth of Pakistan?
What I would say is that, don't stop believing in yourself, invest in your skills, and believe in God, and look after your parents, right? Because that will take you far. But never give up in Pakistan and people for Pakistan. You need education to broaden your vision, learn stuff, see what is happening in the current environment, other industries. But the skills, they are equally important, because if you don't have skills, then you can't survive, right? But to me, they go hand in hand. So I mean, obviously, so one of the things which we're doing in in our incubators where, the IT graduates, for instance, they come with an education, right? But they might be lacking some skills. So it could be their communication skills. It could be what's going on in current environment, how much they should be charging for their services, all of that. And these sort of areas where, we're brushing their skills.
Right. And what would be your message for potential investors?
So investors, I would tell them that, whenever you invest, don't just trust what is being told to you. Do your due diligence. Look at the project. Look at who is working on this project, the team behind that, whether or not they have enough stake in the project. If they don't have enough stake, then your investment is not secure, unfortunately. So make your decision wisely. Don't rush into anything. But also, I would say, believe in Pakistan as well, and believe that some people are doing good work.
Right. There you have it, folks, all the information that you could possibly want regarding this project. And I'd like to thank Mr. Mansoor Saab for his time. Thank you so much, Mansoor Saab, for your time.
Thank you very much for having me on the show.
Okay, for further information, contact us. We have our offices in London, Birmingham, as well as Islamabad. So don't hesitate to reach out. Until next time, Allah Hafiz.